This is Tim. Welcome to another video, and I just want to show you something. And maybe it's good for you to know where you can stick, because um, let's begin first. I built a small tool for myself in order just to save time. Yeah? And here in Bitwig you have a kind of preset and devices browser, and so we say I can search for the word channel and it presents me then with my result. So this is a normal um, chain. So let's just maybe to show you what I did. Let's start from the beginning. Let's choose a chain. And what this thing is a universal container where you can put everything in. So you can put in plug-in instruments or anything. And I came to the conclusion that I'm using over and over some plugins on every channel, which is, for example, a tool, the fab filter, equalizer, and saturator, for example. And the cool thing is, now you can say this is Tim's channel strip, and now you can say save preset to library, and there you can give it a name. So if I would if give it a name and press save here, I would be presented with the same result than doing this, right? And that's incredibly useful. So let's again choose that plugin I already made and just want to show you what I built in here. Let's tidy up a little bit, and okay, so if we press here on the chain button, then the container is expanded, yeah. And if you're new to Bitwig, with a double click you can just expand or shrink the plugins. And what you do, what you can see here, you can put another chain into another chain, you know, like it's the Matroshka principle. And that's very useful. So you can pack different level on hierarchies of complexity in it. And that's a first thing. So there you got you know you save a lot of space here for other stuff. And if you decide to take further plugins, you can just drag and drop them into this chain here. Okay, what did I take here? I have to activate the audio engine. It takes, this is a compromise you have to take because of the sandbox processing what Bitwig has. It has to load all the plugins for into the sandbox, which takes a moment sometimes. Yeah. And here I decided just to put in a gate if I have noise on the signal or something. And this is another tool. It consists of a band splitter, which divides up the band in two parts, and a low and a high part. And what I did here in the low part, I put in a tool which does the stereo width to 0, which means that all my bass signal which is coming in here is like you want it for the club, right? And the normal higher signal, it's just leave as it is. That's all. It's a very simple and very powerful plugin. Yeah. Then the other thing is the fab filter. I made just a very simple preset, taking the bass a little bit down and making the dynamic on a height. And next thing is just a normal compressor, saturator. EZ mix costs money, but it's very useful in my opinion. Even for hi-hats, sometimes you don't have the time to go so in detail, and but it's not a must. Yeah. And what I always need is a filter. It's just a very simple filter. Bitwig has its own filter, and but I like the Bitwig one because you can modulate it. For example, here we can put that in, and there you can see that it does stuff. Yeah, and for example, here you can make it faster. But that's not the point. Let's go back. And what I said, a tool is very essential on the end of your channel strip. You always will need it. I explain afterwards. And a clipper, so I use the K clip. It's a topic for its own, but probably you will need a clipper for your channel. And the next thing, now I'm telling my secret for you, but it's a secret I've stolen where other from Polarity. And yeah, so the thing is, here with a zone you can use the match EQ. I think it's even possible with other filters. And this guy has like a preset which where you can choose for minus 6 dB or white noise. So what this thing does is you can capture your input signal, press capture here, and then leave it as it is. And for every channel, it's like your whole spectrum is like a little bit tilted to the higher. And all the professionals do that. A lot of, even in drum bass, a lot of stuff is using this technique, and it helps you to be not too far in the bass area, and makes your whole signal a little bit more brilliant. But it's important to keep in mind that you just apply amount of 10%, not more. Otherwise, you will completely make it damage your signal, right? Okay, so we are here with the useful channel strip. Okay, the next one is the almost last one is a normal time shift. So here you can just shift this for milliseconds. Imagine, for example, if you have bounced a channel, and then maybe you have to adjust it, or you want to adjust it just before and then bounce it, because Bitwig is showing you up. Here you can see it with the latency of your channel. So to me, it totally makes sense to look at this milliseconds, right, and adjust that. So and the last one is just an oscilloscope. I don't show that, but what I want to show is, let's make this. We have this performance preset page mode, right? And I think that's really worth to mention. As for example, you can say that you like to assign a mapping for knobs. As you can see here, for example, I already assigned the volume knob, and I think, yeah. So that's the cool thing. You have here 3 pages. For example, let me show you this. Let's say we want to, what I never would do, but it doesn't matter. Let's just try to do that. As you see, just click on that and then click on the knob you want to assign, and bam, it's there, right? So if I rotate here, so you see that the other thing, that brings you to the comfortable situation that you can just shrink it back, and then you have a compact module where you only have your most important values in an overview here, right? And this even saves you a lot of time. So if you see here, for example, I've already assigned the time shift or the output, which means that the tool, I mean, maybe it does make sense to say it never can go louder, but sometimes you even need that, yeah. And what you can even do, you can even take, let's assign this knob here, right? So you can just switch it on or off. It's not only a rotating knob, it's even possible to use a button, yeah. And I think that is very, very useful. So as I said, just configure your module. This is a chain. As I said, just search for chain. Take this and then you can start to put your stuff in there. You can even use instruments and everything. So and then you just go to save preset to library as I showed it to you. And if I make a change to this, I can override it, right, and ask me for replace. But I do not want to do that. Okay, that's all. Have a lot of fun. Goodbye.